Welcome back to the Daily Rundown on Channel 7 with me, Dan Morfitt. It's something to say time now, the bit of the show that allows our guests to get something off their chests or share a wild and burning passion with you, the viewer. Praise or moan, it's as simple as that. So Madie, would you like to kick us off with your something to say?
Yeah, sure. I was just going to talk about how I'm excited for Pride and the celebrations coming up.
Manchester Pride this weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, the big weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I've decided to volunteer this year. I've not volunteered there before, but I like doing volunteering and I would recommend it to anyone, any type of person. If you've got free time, which you always do at the weekend if you work 9 to 5 or whatever, volunteering is a good way to go. And Pride is still very important, and that's something that has really become apparent to me as I'm sometimes surrounded by people who hold still prejudiced views towards LGBT people.
But it's not just an LGBTQ event, is it, Pride? There's a focus on that, but it is for the whole of Manchester as well, isn't it?
Very heavy focus on LGBT.
Yeah, of course, but
you're saying that it's
a celebration of Manchester,
it's a celebration
really, as well, and a celebration of the community within Manchester.
Yeah. Manchester Pride is, yeah. But then it raises money for places like the George House Trust and LGBT charities, and does a lot of important work in terms of gay and lesbian couples and domestic violence and biphoria and all of these issues that aren't really in the limelight so much. And I think with the Pride events, people, they don't see the need for people to be proud quite often, and you hear, why are you shouting about it, if you want to be treated as normal and just things like that. But obviously, if you aren't treated normally in the first place, then you do need to be proud of your identity, because it's sticking up for yourself, it's defending yourself. And do you remember recently there was, what was it, Heterosexual Day or National Heterosexual Day?
Which they talked about on this programme, I think.
Heterosexual Pride Day, which was the most
we talked about
thing.
It.
Right, completely petty and illogical. And when people don't understand to that extent, then big in your face celebrations, fundraisers, however you want to term it, events like Pride are really necessary still, even now. And I was talking to somebody at work about National Heterosexual Day, and they were like, oh, people are always going to complain about things, aren't they? Sort of aimed at what I just said. I was just like, that's completely dismissive, because you are choosing to be dismissive. But if you are being oppressed in the first place, then it's not a choice. You really have to stick up for yourself.
I totally see that, and I don't know, it really annoys me when people say, oh, well, if you want to be treated equally, well, that's great if you think that, but on a wider scale, that isn't the case. And, people of an LGBT or whatever are already on they're on a back foot. They're not really, they've been oppressed, you can't just say now, oh yeah, no, it's 2016, it's whatever, it's okay, we're all equal now, it doesn't matter. There's still, as you say, a lot to be done.
What are you looking forward to most at this year's Manchester Pride?
I'm looking forward to the volunteering that I'm going to do. So I'm looking forward to the Engage team, where you go and you speak to people and you ask their experience and what they enjoyed the most. And I went last year as well, and it was a really nice atmosphere. And when sort of strangers talk to you in a friendly way and they ask you, oh, who have you been to see? I've just been to see Danny Minogue, I got a tattoo. And they're just really, and then he was showing me his tattoo. It sounded like Danny, and he was just like really happy for some reason. And then some people making sassy comments about how Kylie Minogue looked different these days, which I thought was...
She does look younger, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Gorgeous still.
And smaller. She's about that big.
They're shrinking her down year by year.
They are.
It's part of her deal with the devil.
Yeah. the devil you know. It's a Kylie song.
Great song as well. PWL. Oh yeah.
But yeah, as you were saying, point that it is a kind of celebration for everyone, I guess, and it should still act as an eye opener for people who aren't as educated within those LGBT community.
Yeah, if you're not really touched with the LGBTQ community, go down to Manchester Pride this weekend and see a different side of Manchester that you might not know about already.
Exactly.
Enjoy Manchester Pride this weekend and enjoy the volunteering.
The traffic, though. I'm just saying. It's just because no, I'm just saying because every time I've moved house in Manchester, it's always been on the Gay Pride weekend, and I haven't planned it. It's just always, and I've had a nightmare. I mean, obviously, I haven't been angry that Gay Pride's going on. It's just made everything more difficult.
You've just been stuck in a car.
Yes, and
Well, go and get involved in this year.
I will this year. I'm not doing anything this year.
Good.
I'm looking after the baby. I'm going to take the baby to Pride, and
Baby's first Pride.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Right, let's move on. Mike, what is your something to say?
Well, on the subject of my child, babies, right? I don't know, and I'm selling them if anyone wants to know. No.
Is that why you're pumping them out now?
Yeah, I mean, it's more of a kind of conveyor belt thing. You can get a good price.
Don't sell your baby. It's illegal. Mike's just joking, is a comic.
I'm just joking, comedy, just joking. But there are places on the internet. No. But what I'm saying is, babies on public transport, right? I don't know how you guys feel about this, and I just wanted to see what you guys felt about it. Before having a child, I was very like, you'd be on a train, carriage, or a bus or something, and then a baby started crying, or a plane, and the baby's, hitting the back of your seat or whatever. And I don't know whether you guys get really annoyed about this. And it's a thing. Then when you become a parent, you become very aware of it, and you become slightly embarrassed. And my baby's crying, and you kind of avoid eye contact with other passengers because you're just a bit embarrassed by it. Now, there was a news story that came out last month, which was this kind of report from this woman who'd been on a flight with these parents who had, as they got on the flight, they'd given all the passengers little goodie bags to say, sorry, my baby may ruin your journey, but here's a goodie bag it had some chocolates in it and like earplugs. I don't know what else. You say that's quite nice, but I couldn't be bothered doing that. I wouldn't buy everyone a gift.
And why should you have to?
Why should I have to? It's part of life. Exactly. Why should those parents have to go on, most people got headphones and music anyway, if the baby's crying. But it's a part of life. You just got to deal with it. Right. I shouldn't have to, because I have a little baby, I shouldn't have to buy everyone a little goodie bag with like earplugs in it, or chocolates, or
get earplugs anyway.
Well, yeah. They probably just took all the earplugs, put them in a little goodie bag.
I find the best way of avoiding it is just avoiding public transport.
Right. Yeah.
So if I need to fly anywhere, private plane.
Yeah. Well, not everyone's got that income.
if I need to drive anywhere, private limousine.
Yeah. But sometimes you're driving and you realise there's a baby in the back and you're like, whoa.
I've only done that once.
Yeah.
And that shocked me to heck.
Did you say limousine?
Limousine.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Well, you can have a baby quite a far distance away from you.
Yeah, I imagine you can pack a lot of babies into a limousine. Anyway, just a lot of room.
That's an image. Roy Castle never tried to do that with Cheryl Baker, did he? How many babies can we fit into a limousine?
New world record. But I don't know what you guys fit. Do you fear when you go into? Do you go like, oh god, there's a baby here when you're on a train or plane?
No,
does it really bother you?
No, because people need to stop being petty and unreasonable.
But
right?
at any point, the baby could crack and then cry for like half an hour,
Babies, I don't mind.
Babies cry. I don't.
Toddlers.
How can people think, the baby's crying? It's a baby. They do this.
Babies, you get over it because they're babies. They can't help it. But if they're rambunctious little 4-year-olds that haven't been taught better.
That's going to happen.
But
I'll hope
haven't been taught better. If you don't kick a chair in any circumstance.
Again, it's like going to a restaurant or a pub or something and there's kids running around. A lot of people hate that.
They might have ADHD or something. You don't know. You don't know the story.
Yeah. Huh? But it's just that it's the whole learning curve and this whole period of change when you become a parent. And there's other... there's the stuff that you used to think. You're kind of not allowed to think it anymore. You're
going to be juggling too soon.
Well, yeah.
Both under 2 years of age.
Well, yeah. I mean, and that's why I hope to win Britain's Got Talent, juggling the two babies. But no, it's something that you know, life has changed for me, but yet I still want to hold on to these cynical, horrible views. You know what I mean? I don't want a baby crying, and I don't want. But then I have to deal with it now.
I would just hate everybody else's kids apart from your own. That's
Oh, I
probably the
do. I definitely do.
That's
yeah.
what everyone does, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. And my kid is a lot better, much better than most other children.
And
all other
cuter,
children.
don't forget that
Really,
one.
no, seriously, I've checked, I've seen other people's kids. Some of them are hideous.
best. And you've passed on that ginger gene, so that's the all-important part
Yeah.
as well of the deal.
Yeah, she's kind of strawberry blonde. So she...
And apparently ginger people live longer.
Yes, do we?
So, yeah, I found that out the other day.
Yes.
Good news.
Wow, excellent.
It's a win-win night for you. Right, so we're going to go to another break now, but please don't go away. I'll be back with my guests in just a minute with some of the more, let's say, bizarre stories which have been making the news today. This is the Daily Rundown on Channel 7.